Let's cut the fluff. You say you want change. You're reading the books, you're doing the mindset work, you've followed the routines, the meditations, the journaling prompts, the goals, the visuals. But the truth, none of that matters if you're still lying to yourself. Real transformation doesn't begin with another habit. It begins when you finally get honest enough to admit, I'm the common denominator and I'm ready to face myself. So before we go any further, I want to ask you something. Where in your life are you still protecting an identity that's keeping you stuck? Where are you still performing instead of transforming? And are you willing to stop? This is what today's video is about. And I'll be real with you, this might be the most important conversation we've had yet on this channel. And hey, if this already resonates, hit the like button. That tells YouTube this content matters and helps me get it to more people who need it. And subscribe so you don't miss the videos that will change your entire trajectory. I'm Marina Papa, transformational coach and founder of the AP Method. And if you're ready to do life, love, and success in the way that actually gets you results, then this video and this channel are for you. I want to take you back to October, almost 10 years ago now. It was the moment I finally saw it. All the toxic relationships, the burnout, the repeating patterns, the exhaustion. It wasn't just life being unfair. It wasn't bad luck. The truth hit me like a brick wall. I was the common thread. I wasn't just a victim of my life. I was actually contributing to it. And that moment is when everything changed, and it can for you too. Because here's the thing, no one tells you this. You cannot create real transformation until you get really, really radically real with yourself. Not kind of real, not I'm working on it real. I mean deep surgical honesty about who you've been, what you've allowed, and how you've been unconsciously keeping yourself stuck. Now we all have an ego identity. It's the me that we've constructed over decades, and the longer you've had it, the harder it is to question. But until you do, you'll keep defending your own suffering. So if you've been broke for years, your ego might tell you it's not your fault. The economy sucks. Your job doesn't pay enough. If you keep ending up in toxic relationships, your ego will whisper, they just didn't appreciate you. It's them, not you. But deep down, you know, you felt it. You've seen the signs, and that inner voice, the one you try to drown out, is begging you to stop. So let's look at why this is so hard for so many of us. Research in cognitive dissonance by Kahneman and Tversky shows that when we're presented with evidence that contradicts our identity, our brain experiences real pain, neurological discomfort. And to avoid that pain, we do one of two things. We either change the belief, which is terrifying, or we double down and defend the current story, even if it's making us miserable. That's why most people will fight harder to protect their suffering than to create their freedom. The ego doesn't care if you're happy. It cares if you're safe, familiar, in control. But what's safe is not always aligned. And what's familiar is not always what's good for you or what you want for your future. Let me say this as clearly as I can. You are not your patterns, but you are responsible for changing them. And the first non-negotiable step is getting honest about the fact that what you've been doing hasn't been working. That might mean admitting, I don't actually know what a healthy relationship feels like, or I've never had financial literacy modeled for me, or I don't know how to trust myself. Not in a shaming way, but in a liberating, realistic, like getting real way. Because the moment you stop pretending is the moment you get your power back. Now, if this is resonating, make sure you hit the like button so more people can hear this message. And if you're new here, subscribe and share this with someone who's already looking for this information and who wants to stop performing and start evolving. Let's keep going. Now, the moment you shift from blame to responsibility, your prefrontal cortex activates, the part of your brain responsible for planning, future vision, and conscious decision making. You stop looping in emotional reactivity, amygdala hijack, and you start creating new neural pathways that allow for different behavior. This is the biology of transformation, but it cannot and will not happen while you're still defending the self that's stuck. Now let's talk about the trap of our environment. Most of us are surrounded by people who also defend their ego. So when you finally say, you know what, I could be doing better, they'll tell you, you're doing fine. It's just how life is. Don't be so hard on yourself. They're not trying to sabotage you, but they're just still stuck in their own stories. That's why transformation often feels lonely at first. You're breaking the code that everyone around you is still living by. But when you hold that line, something really powerful happens. You start attracting new information, new support, new inspiration, new people, new outcomes. So let's talk about 3 coaching tools to begin today if you want to create real transformation. Tool number 1. Pattern reflection ritual. Write down the top 3 areas in your life that aren't working the way you want them to. For each one, ask, what's the story I've been telling myself? What is my role in creating this? And what am I ready to do differently? Now, why does this work? This activates self-agency. Research shows people who believe they have control over their choices are more likely to change them. Tool number 2 is our ego dialogue exercise. Write a letter from your ego. Let it say all the things it's afraid to say. Then reply from your future self, the version of you who's already healed, thriving, and free. Now, why does this work? Well, this builds psychological distance between you and your fear. It turns noise into clarity. Tool number 3, the identity burn ritual. Write out 5 beliefs you're ready to let go of. Things like, I'll never be good with money, love always hurts, I can't trust anyone. Now burn them safely. Speak this out loud. I release what no longer serves me. I choose truth over comfort. You can either burn them or tear them up and throw it all away. And why does this one work? Well, rituals create emotional closure and signal to the nervous system that a shift is happening right now. So, do these today, not next week, not when you're ready, because readiness isn't a feeling, it's a choice. And if you're still watching, then something in you knows you are done playing small. You're done repeating the same story, and you're ready to become the version of yourself who actually lives the life they dream of. This, my friend, is the beginning. And if you're ready to take the next step, here's how we can work together. Join my live workshop this September where we go deep into ego work, nervous system rewiring, and identity change. Join the waitlist for my program, The Freedom Formula, which will be launching very, very soon. Or book a one-to-one discovery call with me if you're ready for deep, tailored transformation. And if this video hits something real in you, like, comment, subscribe, and share it with one person you know is also ready to rise. This is where it begins. So let's get real, let's transform, and let's get things going. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for listening, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye for now.